Ay, really? What is the name?
Okay, okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
We don't need the tripod just in case. We don't need the laptop just in case, right? We are good now. Yes, everything is set.
We just need an audio from the laptop. I lost it.
You have.
What else?
No, we need. Checking that. I think there are lots of.
Hello. Nice talking. Nice talking.
Alaikum salam. Marhaba. How are you, sir?
Toastmaster Ibrahim. Toastmaster Ibrahim. Ibrahim. How do I? Yeah, I'm on that. Toastmaster Ibrahim. Toastmaster Ibrahim. I've been looking out for you for a couple of times. How do I get back into the menu? Because I just moved it a little because the screen was coming on the way in the. Yeah,
You
no,
moved the screen?
yeah, no. The screen is fine now. I just want to set.
Screen should be like this. Otherwise, that is challenging. Otherwise, you have to align this like
Okay, fine, then no problem.
we keep that. Right?
Okay, leave it like that. Because you know what happens, can you see, I know, can you move it a little bit to the other extreme and can you see the video, the installation ceremony is cut off? Can you see on the video? Can you look at the video? The installation, I just want to make sure that the banner is visible. So if we move the screen towards the other end. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, that's awesome. Good evening, Bimbaji. How are you? Welcome.
Thank you, Sachin Ratans, DTN Nazal Bukhari. The most beautiful thing are great memory and moments. If you don't celebrate those, they can pass you by electric. Global leaders, District 79 council members, distinguished Toastmasters, my fellow Tajians, Gavaliers, and esteemed guests gather here and watching us on various social media channels. A very warm good evening to one and all. I heartily welcome you all to give your most valuable time for the Toastmasters to celebrate our 1,000 meetings. As I mentioned earlier, this should be going to mark the history in our club. These 1,000 meetings is not something simple. As I believe, there are only some clubs in Toastmasters community who achieved this milestone, and Taj is the one among them. Taj Toastmasters Club was established in 2001, and within a couple of decades, each had developed and molded so many leaders. These leaders are spread in gatherings across the world through their communication style as well as leadership influence. During this journey, Taj Club has achieved many milestones. Today, we would enough to list down this milestone. Let me reiterate, we have been the past distinguished club continuously of the past many years. We have reached with the presence of many leaders present here. These leaders who joined in Taj Toastmasters Club long back and to hold the Taj flag very firmly and kept the Taj flag on the top. We have 10 ATM presently active as a club member. Our weekly meetings are always great. We learned lot of things every week. Today, as we are going to celebrate our first meeting, let me proudly dedicate all these meetings to our leaders who shape the path to be better. On this special occasion, I'm happy to contribute to this event as a chair, along with my event team. The task executive committee leaders, club members, and well wishers. Once again, I'm thanking you all for coming. Now, I would like to welcome our master of ceremony, honorary teacher of provision, and currently holding ex-competition Riyadh period 2022-2023 in Taj Toastmasters Club. Please put hands together for the Toastmasters Meter for 20 minutes for their sessions.
Thank you, Even Chair Toastmaster Manpu. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor, immense pleasure and pride that I extend a warm welcome to each one of you present here to witness and celebrate the achievement that Taj Toastmasters Club Riyadh has achieved. It's a good meeting. Very pleased indeed. Chartered in 2001, Taj Toastmasters Riyadh has grown consistently and was one of the clubs with people proud. The contributions of corporate past presidents guiding the club in the right direction must be highlighted enough. And we introduce today with us, I would like to invite the president. Toastmasters
Speaks of the view of you all are the real leaders. Today, in our and someone who is from all around the world, who is watching close to us. Do you know why I like Taj Toastmaster Club? Because it has drastically changed the way we speak, walk, and act. I'm sure most of all the members are the same. 4 years ago, I remember when we conduct our club election, I was running around all this hall with the mic like the election. And I'm sitting in front of me, I'm addressing you as the first president. That's the miracle of Mr. Club. In short time. So I should be immediately approaching and helping them to live alive. Same our ICT in the hospital. At this time, I can't forget some names of Tajins that are DTM SR Sridhar, DTM Sunny Gurmala, DTM Dr. Mahesh, DTM Roju Matthew, Toastmaster Ibrahim, Toastmaster Iqbal Qazi. These all our great Tajins are the part of our District 79 and this year. Also, our members such as DTM Jijogoshi, our area directors Shijuman Jos and Toastmaster Hassan Hussain, they are also working as a district and area directors. Dear leaders, all these we have achieved because of your efforts. You all are our leaders and you put our stepping stone and we are behind you all.
On this great occasion, on behalf of Taj Excom and the entire Taj, we heartily welcome all our dear vendors, coaches, and supporters to this auspicious event. Once again, thank you all. Over to you, the MC.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. We are privileged today to listen to some of our prominent leaders and mentors on this occasion. I would like to invite our program quality director, the evergreen distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar, over to the stage to say a few words. DTM Sridhar was also the past president of Taj for the program year 2002-2003.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Our second Vice President, Distinguished Toastmaster, Aleta Rocha, who is all the way from South Africa. She is locked in. And we have great wishes from our President, Matt Kinsey. First Vice President, Radhi Spear. She sent me a message. He couldn't be that because our Aleta Rocha is representing them today. And also our International Director of Region 11, Ali Shahbaz Ali, has sent greetings to me. So, fellow Toastmasters and our distinguished bank coach, yes, we never thought that we'll complete 21 years. I still remember when the first meeting was held on September 5th at the second Filipino high school, in 2001, a few days before September 11 happened. We have two members here who were there that day. That is, one is Ibrahim Karjikar, one is our champion speaker, Maithili Srinivasan. Taj has a legacy of we passed through roller coaster rides. We faced all the vicissitudes of good fortune and bad fortune, but yet we came out victorious. Thanks to the great leaders we had from 2001 till 2022. And recently our leaders have taken it to a new level, like Sunny Kuruvilla, Roji Matthew, distinguished Toastmaster, Dr. Mahesh, Dr. Sundar, what all he did. And I'm grateful to each and every member. What distinguishes Taj from many of the clubs is that we focus on quality meetings, quality, everything is quality. And one of our past district directors has said, the only club in the whole district 79, we come in formal dress. And we really feel honored. And he is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Samer Kamal. And he has mentioned it everywhere. Many places he has mentioned. And and everybody wants to emulate that. So it's a great occasion, 1000th meeting, and we should continue our success and spread Toastmasters and touch people's lives through Toastmastering. So, with best wishes to all, and thank you for all our international dignitaries for coming in. And also thank you for Jacob Abraham, the first president who was a champion speaker who started everything. So I wouldn't like to take much of the time. I hand it over back lectern to the
Thank you, distinguished Toastmasters Reader. We have distinguished Toastmaster Eleta Rocha, who has joined us from South Africa. She's the second vice president of Toastmasters International, a very versatile personality. Thank you for gracing the occasion, and we would love to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Madam Master of Ceremonies, to the distinguished leaders of Taj Toastmasters Club, to the distinguished leaders of District 79 and of Region 11. It is my absolute honor to be with you this evening. Thank you. Thank you for everything you have done to reach this 1,000 meeting milestone. Think about it. 1,000 times you've come together as a group. 1,000 times there have been people who thought, oh gosh, I'm so busy today, I can't do a speech tonight, but I did. 1,000 times guests have entered through your doors. 1,000 times people have gone out of their comfort zone to deliver a speech or an evaluation or take on a role for the first time. 1,000 times you have focused on quality, and 1,000 times you've added value. That, in my opinion, is how legacies are built. And certainly Taj Toastmasters has built a legacy that has endured, because not many clubs get to 1,000, and not many clubs get to the point where they can attract people to be part of who they are. Around the corner from me is a very well-established school, one of the oldest schools in South Africa. It happens to be a boys' school. It's called Wynberg Boys High. And I love what they represent, because they are one of the few schools where the boys wear their uniform with pride. You never see a Wynberg Boys High person with a blazer button undone or looking untidy. If I go there to walk my dogs, the boys always stand up and to greet me, even though they don't know who I am. And that is because they've built a legacy. And they call themselves brothers in an endless chain. And they know that if they go in public not wearing their uniform as they should, some old Wynberg boy will come out of the woodwork and challenge them and say, you're not upholding our values. You're not being part of the proud tradition that we've built, the legacy that we've built over more than 100 years. They understand what it means to be a Wynberg boy. And by extension, I believe that your members understand what it means to be a member of Taj Toastmasters Club, because I've just heard you focus on value. And you've got an enduring tradition that has not only lasted many years, but you've produced leaders that have been an inspiration not only to your club, but to your area, your division, your district, and to your region. And of that, you can be very proud. And I have to tell you that clubs like yours inspire us. We are proud to have you as one of our flagship clubs in the world. I wouldn't hesitate to make that claim, that you're one of the strongest clubs we have in the world. And you inspire us. And we want to be like you when we grow up. So I want you to take a moment to celebrate, to take a moment to really articulate what it means to be a member of Taj Toastmasters. And nothing would make my heart more proud than to know that you are taking that legacy and that vision, and that you're sharing it with other clubs in your area, your district, your division, your region, across the world, because we need more clubs like you. So thank you for taking the time to celebrate, to acknowledge your leaders, and to paint a picture of your future, because I have no doubt that soon there'll be the 1500th club meeting and then the 2000th club meeting. So thank you, everyone that's involved. I salute you. I really commend everything that you've done. And I just want to say we are so proud to have you as part of the Toastmasters family. Enjoy your celebration. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
For those inspirational words. A spark was lit, and the legacy of Taj will definitely be carried on. I would now like to invite, we are joined by DTM Fesmi, DBD, online. Can we hear from you? Over to DTM Fasmi Sapwan.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Madam Vice International Director, DTM Alita Roche, our Program Quality Director, all the dignitaries of District 79 and throughout the world. Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all of you. Today marks a historical day for Taj Toastmasters Club. And as the Division B Director of District 79, Taj stands tall in Division B. I am just 20 kilometers perimeter away from my place to the meeting. But since I had a surgical extract yesterday night, I feel so upset that I cannot physically be there, because I can see the whole area of crowd, and it would have been so nice if I would have been there physically today. Taj has great leaders who have been the tall leaders of District 79. They have been the benchmark club of District 79. Taj stays, if we attend a club meeting of Taj, we know that how professional they are. They dress very professional and they have their meetings very professional, and it's a quality meeting. And when one attends a Taj meeting, they know that how a quality meeting would be. And we District 79 leaders, and especially me, Division B Director, I'm so proud that Taj is part of this magnificent District 79 and the Division B. And also within a very short period of time, they have already reached 8 DCP points. And I'm sure that within another week's time, they will even reach the 10 or 10. And of course, with the second renewal, they would be the president distinguished for and achieve many accolades. I think they already achieved around more than 35 to 40 educational awards within this short period of time. So if I speak, I can speak a lot about Taj, because Taj is a legendary club that we can speak a lot. So today marks the 100th meeting, and I'm sure, as DTM Alita said, the 1,500 or 2,000 will very soon to come for Taj. And as Division B Director, I wish Taj and the President of Master Sunil and the EXCOM and all the members of Taj all the best for this historical meeting. Back to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, DTM Fasmi, for those boosting words and being very lavish with boosting and encouragement. We now have our Area 6 Director, Toastmaster Hassan Hussain, with us. Please come over to the stage to say a few words, sir.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, our Program Quality Director, all dignitaries, international dignitaries, and my dear guests. A warm good evening to all of you. Good evening. This is the occasion that we are all here gathered to celebrate our 1000th meeting of Taj Toastmasters Club. When I joined this Toastmasters just recent 2 years back, I remember I was totally unaware what Toastmaster is. And this is the beauty of Toastmaster, that I am standing in front of you as an example product of this particular club, and that I'm very much proud of that. I'm being able to serve in the area council within 2 years of being in Toastmaster, and that is how the beauty of this club is. This club is not merely a club, but an institution that produces so many leaders who are able to serve not only the club in areas, division, and the districts. I wish good luck to all the leaders available here and the future leaders, those who are to come from this prestigious Taj Toastmasters Club. With this, I would like to wish you the congratulations of my bottom of my heart and the good luck to the all tall leaders here and upcoming leaders. Over to Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hassan. I would now like to invite our very enthusiastic Division A Director, DTM Jijo Koshi, over to the stage.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Masters and distinguished guests. A warm good evening to all. Today I feel like a guest. Normally I'm in the host region, but our club president said, no, today you are a guest. All right, thank you so much. It was once in 2019, if I'm not wrong, the installation ceremony. I was the club secretary, and I think that was a mistake. I should have taken up that role, because from there on, there was no stopping. Club president, club secretary, vice president membership, vice president education, and now I'm division A director. So this step keeps goes on, it never stops. Thanks to our great leaders, there's no, it's nothing. Especially if you see our Dr. Gage or Dr. Sundar, it's just a cup of cake for you. Just go ahead and take it. Once you reach there, you know where you are. The step looks very nice, like Dr. He says. It's good. Just go ahead, and you go there and you find yourself in a pool where you don't know where to go. So that's Taj for you. I started with Taj 4 years back, and now I'm here. Feel proud being part of this family. And and the whole district is getting benefit from Taj members. That's the beauty of Taj. Last year it was my waking moment. I was thinking, okay, 1,000 meeting, I'll be the club president. It's changed. I had a different road to take. So it happens with Taj. I'm really honored to be part of this family. And I'm so proud to see all our great leaders, the past presidents of Taj. DT Gurrajan is there, DT Sridhar is here, and many I don't know. So this is a chance I could see all of you all. And that's all. I'm honored to have our beloved guests from DT, from Division N Director DTM Munir Fazmi is here. The whole district is celebrating the 1,000 meeting. And I hope there are many more thousands of meetings at Taj, and let us try to be part of it. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM Jijo, for reminding us that at Taj, there is no turning back. Now, I would like to invite Division N Director, DTM Munir Burhan, over to the stage to say a few words.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone, right from the member to the upper level of TMI dignitaries. Well, how do I know Taj? It all started in the arena of 2015 SATEC, where I witnessed one of the Tajian. Wonderful, wonderful speech. Me and my wife, we were glued with this speech. It was none other than your Tajian who's sitting here. So that was the time I came to know what is Taj. And the next time I met was the joint meeting happened with Kohinoor and Taj, where I could see the passion and the dedication. Most important thing, what I have observed in Taj is the discipline. When you have discipline, you get quality. When you have quality, you emerge as not just as a member, you reach to the pinnacle of area, club, and this district, and so on, beyond. And the
best part of Taj is still people are holding here. I mean, the legendary, the founder, the great mentor, DTMSR Sridhar is here. I'm a big fan of him, not just because, he's the most senior one. I enjoyed when I gave one of the speech in ACG at my club, where he was the evaluator. Believe it or not, I've never seen such kind of evaluation, where is it take home each and every point. That's the thing I have learned. And I've seen a lot of tall leaders. And one thing I would love to say that when I hosted the World Championship at Farmhouse, the Taj person was the first person to be in time and be there throughout and participated as one of the judges, who's none other than distinguished Toastmaster Guru Rajan. So best of luck for your 1000 meeting. I'm sure the numbers will grow, and the new blood, the people who are not aware about Toastmasters, they reach here and they become a best communicator as well as a leader, where the best part is the leaders are made more and more in this place, which is Taj. Back to you, madam.
Thank you, DTM Munir, for those wonderful words and for highlighting some of our Taj stars. Now we have some pre-recorded messages that have come from international leaders. Can we play them now, please?
Can we have audio from computer, please? Can we have the audio from computer?
I'm Matt Kinsey, International President for Toastmasters International, welcoming you to your 1000th meeting of the Taj Toastmasters Club in District 79. What an amazing accomplishment. 1,000 meetings is a testament to not just the current leadership, but the historic leadership. And it's a representation of the vision that Dr. Smedley and your club founders have to make an impact for your members, for their families, for your communities, by empowering people with self-confidence through the development of communication and leadership skills. I applaud you for your efforts and I wish you the best of success this year. It is such a delight to have a club recognize 1,000 meetings. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Congratulations, Taj Toastmasters Club, on your 21 years. I want you to think about your 21 years, not just in the number, but in the amount of impact that you've made on members in your club, your district, and around the world. I wish you much success in having another 21 years, and hopefully I'll be able to meet you sometime and we'll be able to celebrate in person. Congratulations.
members and leaders of Taj Toastmasters Club. I am past International President Deepak Menon. Hearty congratulations on celebrating your 1000th meeting. This is such a momentous milestone achieved by only very few clubs. You have good reason to feel proud today on this accomplishment. Your club continues to provide a high quality experience to all members. It is truly fulfilling the club mission by providing a supportive environment where members practice their communication and leadership skills. You've also produced many leaders who have served both within and outside the club and have experienced global Toastmasters opportunities. You've established a legacy worth emulation by clubs around the world. I wish your club continued success for years to come in meeting the needs of your members, fulfilling the club mission, and growing outstanding leaders. For Taj Toastmasters is truly where leaders are made.
That was wonderful. It's always motivating to hear from leaders around the world. Now we have the keynote speech for today. We have a renowned leader, distinguished Toastmaster Bram Memon, who has attained the DTM designation twice. He's the founder of the blockbuster project Global Leadership Impact Summit for Leadership Education in the Virtual World, Global Leadership Impact Summit, and received an outstanding review from Toastmasters all over the world. He is an award-winning Toastmaster, was awarded the Club Coach for the year 2020. During his presidency at MI's Peak, the club was recognized as a Club of the Year 2021. The club was ranked as one of the top 4 clubs globally. Bram was Club Growth Director in District 86 for 2021-22, and currently the President of an Advanced Club Leadership Speak. He is a chartered accountant and now is a master coach in the personal mastery and leadership space and a consultant to large organizations. Let us listen to DTM Bram Memon. Welcome.
Excuse me, computer audio, please. Computer audio. DTM Bram, we are not hearing you. Just hold on a second. Change the audio. This one. Yes, DTM Bram, you could go on. It looks great.
Just a moment, just a moment. It has to be that. Yeah. That's the issue with this.
Just DTM Bram, we are unable to hear you. No, he's not better. Could you please check your audio settings? So our audio is working, our Zoom audio is working.
Yeah.
So when we test speaker.
Hello, hello?
Yeah, we hear you now.
We hear you.
You're loud and clear, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Taj Toastmasters Club for achieving 1,000th meeting. That's an incredible feat, especially since the pandemic. As we know, a lot of organizations have been affected, including Toastmasters and including our clubs and so on. So to be able to celebrate 1,000 meeting and with so many people present is just incredible and very well done. Congratulations. I'm going to talk to you about the leadership gap that we are facing because of the pandemic and how we need to sort of rethink of leadership. Have you ever Googled for the word leadership? If you wanted to find out more about leadership and you put the word leadership in Google, I did that, and last week, what did I get? I got 5.17 billion entries in 0.7 seconds in Google. A couple of days ago, I put the same inquiry into Google, and it said that there were 6.3 billion entries, many more than a billion more additional entries in about 0.6 seconds. That's incredible, isn't it? That there's so many entries on Google out there about what leadership is. And then on Amazon, I looked for a book and I typed in leadership. If I wanted to learn about leadership from a book, I got over 60,000 results in Amazon. Now, why is it that there's so much stuff happening out there on leadership? You see, I think that the problem is that we think leadership is a science, but it really is an art. See, we all are a unique expression. Everyone has a different way of expressing themselves, and therefore we are really more of art rather than a science in terms of our expression. If an artist wants to become an artist, a person wants to become a great artist, you can teach them the sort of brushes to use, crayons or watercolors, water paints, acrylic, oil painting, the canvases, the medium, right? This all medium, how to use that medium. But you cannot make an artist into a Picasso, into a Rembrandt, Leonardo da Vinci. You cannot make somebody into a great writer like Shakespeare. You can teach them English, you can teach them words, you can teach them what they mean. What I'm trying to say is all those books and everything that we have out there is not going to make us good leaders. Because leadership is more of an art, and if we treat it like a science, then it's very mechanical. And we are not mechanical. We are human beings. We are alive, and with different experiences, diversity, and different ways of expressing ourselves. So you really have to consider that you are a piece of art, and your expression is an art. You are not, if you know what IKEA is, and we all know what IKEA is. You know, you go to IKEA, you buy a piece of furniture, it's all collapsed in a box. You get a set of instructions, you put it together, and there you have a cabinet or a shelf. But you don't come with an instruction, nor did you come into little pieces that you put together and screw and glue it together to become that. Impossible. And that's why we have got so much stuff out there on leadership, yet there's a gap in leadership today. We are not like IKEA furniture at all. So here's a great friend of mine, Dr. Lance Seckerton, and he is one of the top leadership gurus on the planet. One of the top 10, I believe. And he coaches Fortune 100 companies. He's written about 22 books. I think he just wrote another one last month. That's his 23rd book. And he's told me, Brahm, don't even bother reading the first 15 books that I've written. Why is that? Well, he says, when I wrote those books, my concept of leadership was so different to what I now know. And he's just written another book because he wants to really make people understand that yet we need to learn something a little bit different about leadership. And he talks about why leadership is more of inspiring others rather than motivating them or becoming a good manager. What is it to become a leader? So based on my 26 years as a coach and more than 45 years of working in different organizations and on 3 different continents, I found that there's a leadership gap, and that gap is simply, how are we going to serve? How to serve our constituents, how to serve the people that come to our clubs or our customers or in organizations, employees, and so on. And that is the gap. Now, it is not your fault or my fault that we really don't know how to serve truly and truly well. Because we were not taught that, we were not exposed to how to serve and to serve others. And that is the leadership gap. We live in societies and in organizations and in our education where we are taught WIIFM. And if you are in sales, you know what that means. WIIFM means what's in it for me. We are conditioned to think about ourselves. And when we are conditioned to think about ourselves, then how can we serve others? It's literally impossible to serve others fully and add value and raise them and inspire them if the dominant thought in the subconscious mind that has been planted in our conditioning is, what's in it for me? It's a survival level of thinking. A survival level of thinking, right? That has been taught to us. And no, it's not a conspiracy theory. I mean, that's just the general construct we live in. It's systemic. So we live in a highly individuated, hierarchical social structure where we are more prone to positioning titles and status and power rather than service and raising humanity to the next level. It's just systemic. So what do we need to do then? You might ask me. Well, this M here, we need to change it to a W. And what does that make it? What WIIFM, instead of that, it's W. And so WIIFW is what's in it for we, together. Not only myself, not only you, but all of us together. I find that when somebody joins an organization, they call it team or collaboration, but they don't really feel that as if they are part of a collaborative team. In Toastmasters, when a new member comes in, they don't feel as if they are part of a team because we are always thinking about what's in it for me. Especially in an online environment, what's happening is that people don't know each other well. And the same is happening in organizations where employees are working from home, remotely mostly. So people don't know each other like they would when they met physically. People are getting more and more isolated. I mean, even in a physical environment, the same thought was there. What's in it for me? Because you were told to get ahead, how to be successful, how to get the next promotion. If there were 20 people in your collaborative team, but you wanted that promotion and you worked harder and studied more and upgraded your skills to get the promotion, and it was competitive, right? So that's the conditioning. And in spite of that conditioning, despite the conditioning, how can we serve is the crucial question for humanity in the next little while. It's crucial that we understand what it means. So service and how to serve is the missing link. And that's the leadership gap that we are talking about today. And what does that therefore mean when I say serve? Well, I will throw some concepts at you, which means I'm just teaching you the brush and the canvas and the oil painting or it's crayons or whatever. It's a medium. But we have to get on stage. We have to get in life and begin to serve using these principles to be able to understand what it really means to the next level. And one of the things that I find that is really truly missing is how do we connect with other human beings? Not just communicate. We send out mass emails, we send out mass messages, in WhatsApp groups and so on. And there's very little response because there's no real connection. Real connection is when people feel that I care for you, I care about you, and I will do anything to make sure that you succeed. How can I support you? How can I help you? And it's truly genuine. It's not about my DCP points. It's not about club success plan for an organization. It's not about profits first. First, it is about how can I serve you and how can I make it better for you? And when you do that, actually, the profits actually follow. You will find your DCP points and your club success plan all like flourish incredibly by connecting. By connecting, I mean my success in those 45 years has been due to connecting one-on-one with human beings. If there's 10 people in my club, I will connect one-on-one. If it is like 20 people in an organization that I'm working in as a consultant, I would walk around and greet everyone every morning just for 30 seconds, just for 1 minute, and say, how are you? How's your day? And people, when people feel that connection, they'll do anything for you, right? Because they're inspired, they begin to get inspired. So what you're doing is you're putting people first, you're being generous. And when people feel that you're being generous, they will be generous back to you. That's when they start finding their own greatness, and your own greatness will expand as well as others. And therefore, what are you doing when that happens is you are adding value. And adding value is one of the key important things in serving. Serving is not about, okay, here's pathways, here's your speech, and can I help you with your speech? But it's going beyond that, where they truly get inspired and add value, and then they will follow through with their pathways. Or in an organization, your employees will follow through and really adhere to the vision of the organization. What is the vision? Why are we here? What's the mission? Right. And it uplifts everyone together. And therefore, it shifts everybody's limitations. All the limitations are shifted. Our comfort zones become bigger and bigger and bigger and wider at the same time, which means your own limitations are shifting and you're becoming bigger and expanding as well, and growing and developing, which means it's your own greatness that you're working on by serving. Mahatma Gandhi said this, in truly serving, we find ourselves. In serving others, we find ourselves. So these are the things, a few things. These are, again, concepts. We have to try them on and learn to be master artists when we try this on, right? And make it our own, and make it our own expression of what these mean. So if you know how to serve truly well, you become a legend. The true joy of living is not in what's in it for me. The true joy of living and happiness is what can I do for you? How can I serve you? When we do that, we really feel joyful, isn't it? When we do something for others. With that, back to you, Master of Ceremonies. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Brown, for those wonderful words. With that, now we move on to hear from our beloved past presidents about your journey with Taj. So I would like to invite our past presidents, one after the other in chronological order. Let us start with distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar, who was the past president for the year 2002-2003. Welcome to the stage, sir.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Thank you, leadership coach, Rama Memon. In the short notice you came and really enthralled us with your values of leadership. Thank you so much. Now, Taj, as I said, it was formed in 2001. The real reason why it was formed was we wanted to form a District 79 in the Middle East. So in those days, we had around 25 clubs or something, the whole of Middle East. And Riyadh had some 9 clubs. Riyadh. So we had our mentor, Horace Cavinus, who said it's all possible. And we had some real star servers at that time, like Janaki Prasad Patnaik, Matthew Skurian, and from the Middle East, we had Royston Fernandez, Vijay Balut, to name a few, who really worked day in and day out to have this vision. So we were told in each club in Bahrain, 2000 GTAC, October 2000, we were told that we have to form another club. Every club has to form another club. So that was the vision. So 2001, from Kohinoor, we expanded our membership to around 65, and we had a reformation, formed the Taj Club. That's how it was formed. And our chartered president was Jacob Abraham. We made him chartered president because he was our face in the district. He was winning all the contests. We made him and he's a great leader. And then we brought a few more speakers in our Kohinoor Club, in Taj Club, like Maithili Srinivasan. She was a champion speaker and is currently a champion speaker. And Antia Mendoza. So that, we bring Taj to the higher level. It's the first. What I would like to specifically say about a world champion, Craig Valentine, he used to say a great speaker, champion speaker, need to have this foundational phrases within rhythm and then bring back to that. We have, few of us, here will know that Maithili Srinivasan at will can create any foundational phrase. And then she used to create so much of humorous speeches and even international speech. The way she used to create, I was at awe. The moment she would create a foundational phrase with rhythmic, and she used to do that. It was really inspiring every one of us. This is what I would like to say that. And Jacob Abraham, when we formed the club, so he had a vision that we should have a district champion of Taj Toastmasters Club. After 22 years, we have a district champion. 3 places, Dr. Sundar Ramalingam. 1, the humorous speech, the evaluation, and the table topics. And he was placed number 3 in the international speech. Perhaps this year he will win it. So, and we had our contestants reaching to the finals. Like in the first 2003, we had Antia Mendoza going into the district finals. We had it in Muscat. And then Maithili Srinivasan, he reached the district finals, a humor speech contest in 2003. And several others. Roji Matthew almost won the district championships in 2016. Now we have. So many of us have really excelled well. This is what the history of Taj Toastmasters. The first president was Jacob Abraham. When the club was formed, within 6 months, all of them left, including our Ibrahim Karjekar, who was the vice president membership. So we were really struggling. We hardly 8 to 9 members. Then we had to bring it back. And then we had to work and bring it back. And at that time, who was the bulwark of the club was Mr. and Mrs. Srinivasan. We used to have meeting in their house. We used to do a lot of things. And then they sustained the club for almost 10 years. Really, if without them, we would not have come to this level. So as they say, no, what brought you here will not take you there. So they really, really struggled and gave us that hospitality so that we could really achieve this. And now, we had the roller coaster ride, at that time, with going down, going up, but now we become consistent. We had another president, Abraham Daniel, who also was a program called, in those days, was Lieutenant Governor Education and Training. He reached that level. Now he's in Canada, Toronto. Then later on, we had a great presidents like Vijay Sundaram, who was a real leader. He brought so many members to the club, and he was a great leader with inspired people. So he's now settled in San Jose. After that, unfortunately, we had another great speaker, Aravari, who passed away last year. last year, and he was a champion speaker. He was mentored by Mrs. Maithili Srinivasan and Mrs. Srinivasan, and he used to win contests, and due to cancer, he couldn't survive. And now we have our Gururajan was also our president, who his house was our place where we used to practice. All the people used to practice contests in those days. Roji Matthew and Aravari, Himayat, all those people. And I used to practice those contests. And we had one more vice president, Mr. Himayat. He was a real mentor of mentors. He used to go to all the speakers' homes and said, "I am available. I will coach you. I am available." Even like Mahesh Prabhakara, he was a bit slightly irritated. He said, "Well, I am busy." He said, "So what? You're busy. You have to win the contest now." And then he used to mentor him, and he used to win humorous speech contests. So that sort of mentoring and such selfless service, as Brahm said, he used to offer. So he has left us. And later on, when things were not that good, we had brought in Roji Matthew against as president in 2016-17, and Sunny Kuruvilla as a president, vice president education. That was the time we started turning around the Taj Toastmasters Club. We literally, Sunny Kuruvilla literally struggled, worked single-handedly, and we all tried to bring so many members. We enrolled 18 members as in one term. And one of the these members were Dr. Sundar Ramalingam, Dr. Mahesh Pillai, Jijo Koshi, to name a few. 18 members we had when we became a president. So that time we step by step, we reached the pristine glory of Taj, which we had achieved. And now that it's consistent. Each president brought in more value to the club. Like Sharon Joseph brought great value. Then Dr. Mahesh Pillai, amazing. He not only brought the club, made so much of leaders. He literally was an ICU, like one of our area directors said. He ran an ICU for bringing back all the clubs, which were dead. That was his passion. And the way he professionally conducted the meeting. And this was taken ahead by Dr. Sundar. And he himself led by example and won the contests. So this is a history of Taj, which I would say, and let us be more consistent and each one raises the bar to higher and higher, greater heights.
Thank you, DTM Sridhar. It's as if the history of Taj is of the palm of your hand. It's always nice to hear you reminiscing on the earlier days of Taj. Before I call the next past president, we would like to offer the certificate of recognition for Brahm Memon. Should we move on?
Just a second.
Thank you once again, DTM Ram Memon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now I would like to call Toastmaster Maitri Srinivasan, who was the president for the year 2003-2004. As much as I can remember, you were a vibrant speaker and your humorous speeches were just fantastic. So over to you, ma'am.
I think you have turned it on.
Good evening, stalwart and veteran Toastmasters here. A warm good evening to all of you and distinguished guests, a warm good evening. So with this introduction of DTM Sridhar and MC, I really feel humbled. And let me tell you, was is not is. I really feel very happy to be with you all today. Mainly because Taj Toastmasters has become a youth of 21 years old, standing tall and taking giant strides. As a founder member, one of the founder members of Taj Toastmasters Club, we know how difficult it was for Taj to crawl, to sit up, to stand and take the baby steps. Now I feel like a mother who can see her own son or daughter really being successful in life. And on this moment as Jay, somebody thought of inviting the past presidents and recognizing their work. It is something like showing a gratitude to our parents and grandparents because of who we are, what we are today. I stand with mixed feelings. On the other hand, I feel why I'm not able to be a part of this wonderful team now. In this context, I remember two stories of motivation, if I can share with you. One story of motivation which will make somebody do what is best and good for them is the story of a giraffe. All of us know, or most of us know, that a giraffe, as soon as the child is born, a baby giraffe is born, it gives a hard kick. The baby giraffe struggles to get up, wobbles, falls down. Then there comes another kick, and another kick, until the baby is able to stand up and then walk and run. It is with all the love that the mother giraffe is doing it, because it cannot be always with the child. She cannot be always with the child. And the baby has to learn how to face the predators. This is a sure success. The baby has to stand up and walk and run. Another story of motivation is about a pastor who sees a gentleman who is not attending the services regularly those days. He watches him, and one day he pays a visit to this gentleman's house. It's a cold evening, and this man is sitting near the blazing fire. So the pastor enters. He also sits near the fire. He doesn't say a word. This gentleman knows the reason for his visit, but he's waiting for him to speak. This pastor doesn't say a word still. He just picks up a burning ember with the tongs and plays it aside. And this ember slowly starts dying, and finally it is gone. Even now the pastor doesn't speak anything. And while he is trying to leave, before that, he picks up that ember and puts it back into the fire, and it starts glowing. So now this gentleman tells the pastor, Thank you, sir. You have given me a fiery sermon. From next Sunday, I will attend the services. The first story of motivation was an explicit one, which has a sure result. But the second one is a very subtle one. It may or may not have a result. So now what I feel is inviting past presidents to the Toastmasters Club and felicitating us is a real profound message for us to give back. I hope I can do that. Today I feel as though I have come to my home, mother's home, alma mater, maybe we can call it. So the warmth, the love, the nostalgic memories stand testimony to this. Now, when a girl gets married and goes to her husband's house, with all her responsibilities, with the job, with the family and other responsibilities, and we all know how difficult it is for her to take the consent of the mother-in-law and come to the mother's house. So most of us are stuck like that. I think the ladies here can vouch for that. How many times are we able to visit our mother's place? All the other priorities take over, but still everything is an excuse. It is all because of our commitment as somewhere it is being reduced. Maybe my priority list from number 2 or 3, maybe it has gone down. Everything is an excuse. Until we keep that commitment, it is not easy to rise up in the ladder. So once the commitment is kept, we are sure to soar into the sky, and sky is not the limit. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maitri Srinivasan, for those wonderful words. The speech is still as it was. So we would really appreciate if you would visit us more often to inspire us the way you inspired us now. Taj is your godchild, and we would definitely want to see you more there guiding us. Thank you once again. We now move on to distinguished Toastmaster Guru Rajan, who was the past president for the year 2009-2010.
Good evening, all Toastmasters. I really thank Taj Toastmasters. I stand before my seniors. Of course, DTM Sridhar is there, and now our DTM Maithili Madam. I'm really very thankful. At this time, I remember in my place in Tamil Nadu, in Madurai, there is a place called Ayiram Kal Mandapam. There is a building which was built by a king with 1,000 pillars. When I look at it as an engineer, I used to take pride of that. When I look at it again, I used to wonder. Again, I was happy to see that. It was a tall building. When I see the Taj Toastmasters, I have the same feeling. Taj Toastmasters is really tall. A lot of pillars to support from the beginning. When I was president, even before that, I used to meet DTM Sridhar. Of course, he is the pillar, central pillar, with which all people were running around. I used to see our Maithili Madam speeches, humorous and international speeches. At the time, Toastmasters, I used to win the first place. She was going up to divisions. What I did is, we used to assemble in our Indian Embassy School. We used to carry the coffee and vada. There was a break, but now we are missing that break. But we have got a very good dinner now. At the time, there were a lot of pillars, leaders, DTM Abraham Daniel, And then our Toastmaster Srinivasan used to add flavor. He was a humorous speaker as well. And I'm sorry, I forgot so many things. So many people were there. And when I was the president, there is a weak education Toastmaster Himayat. He was mentioning DTMC there. I've seen a one person who is really dedicated to Toastmastering. But as a president, no, I was walking on the fire. He used to push me like anything. And then we used to bring other people for the education. Each week, we used to bring people from outside, from other clubs to train our people. Once Maithili Madam also came like guest, and then she was training us in one of the table topics or other session. So after my session, Toastmaster Himayat took the president, and he was like a pillar. Again, we did a lot of things in Seva School for the Gavel Club. Within 1 month, all the children know they were speaking like anything. They were speaking more than us. In case now there's a contest, they would have won. Then, like if you successfully see, then the DTM Roji was there at that time. We used to pressure him to become a president. Now he's gone very tall. He's one of the pillars there. He was the champion leader. He was a leader. Now he's a leader, and he's a champion as well. So there were many pillars like our Sunny Kurbilla. After that, it was not my time. It was after that. He was a pillar when the things were going wrong. He added more members. And our DTM Mahesh, when the COVID situations are there, we are pioneers, correct? To bring the online meeting and as well as the hybrid meetings. And Toastmaster, I see a lot of human values in him. Like Toastmaster Sundar, DTM Sundar, he is always very supportive. He used to write for me this one for the during the contest. And it was a winning speech. The Toastmaster, what I see, or all the Toastmasters everywhere here, each and every one of us, I know I don't have time to mention each and every one of you, everybody. Now I see the new pillars. Like our area director who was very much supporting me in the other club, Never Sunday Club also. And Toastmaster, me too, Toastmaster, our doctor, and then our Iqbal, all our pillars now. Now you will have the time to really show yourself in future. And Toastmasters really appreciates all the seniors, and it is appreciating all the people. I don't know whether my wife has appreciated me so much. At least Taj Toastmasters, recognizing each year. I was a president a decade ago, but still it's appreciating. So I want to tell this to my wife, at least, so she can follow. So dear Toastmasters, I wish you all the best. I'm very happy that I'm standing before you. Toastmasters has made me feel proud that I was once a president. Still, I was getting the respects and the friendship and the love from the members. And I'm really thankful to all of you. I think I've taken a lot of time. It's better that other leader will come and talk.
Thank you, DTM Gururajan, for the wonderful words. We now have DTM Roji Matthew, a little unique in the sense he has been a past president of Taj twice. I would request distinguished Toastmaster Roji Matthew over to the stage.
I'll be taking a little more time because I got 2 slots. International dignitaries, division directors, my mentor and the current PQD, DTM Sridhar, stalwarts, galaxy of leaders, warm and wonderful good evening from the bottom of my heart. Dear Toastmasters, I step here with mixed feelings when I look back Time I joined in 2009, 13 years past. As the name goes, Taj itself is a crown for the entire District 79. Taj, more than a club, it is a breeding ground for leaders and better communicators. Don't you agree? This club has nurtured several Toastmasters who has become leaders. There have been roller coaster rides. Now I believe, I've been told that we got 42 standing members. Dear Toastmasters, there was a time and there was no ESCOM. There was a second tenure, but I had a great strong pillar to assist me, who was none other than DTM Sunny Kurola. Myself and Sunny Kurola walked the streets, and Sunny did all the work behind me. But however, that was a time when we really was facing membership crisis. Now, Taj is consistent, producing leaders. As we all, or some of us might have been a part of successful business schools. I would like to rephrase Taj as a Toastmaster. I would like to rephrase Taj as Taj School of Leaders. Because it has been producing leaders and communicators, better communicators who has come to the epitome of the time. Like former President Madam Maithili Srinivasan was saying, it is great to have invited leaders, past presidents. Even though I would like to have one person mentioned here, when I joined, and for almost 3-4 years when we are meeting at the International Indian School, there has been a person who has been working in the Arab National Bank, who has been a success behind Toastmaster Maithili. He is none other than Toastmaster Srinivasan, who is present here. Why did you clap? Yes, because after office hours, he used to bring religiously every day or every meeting, he used to carry the food from Hara and come to International. That is the passion, that is the commitment, that is the dedication leaders have shown. That is on that platform here in Taj. We cannot ignore all those dedicated members of Taj. Now we have excellent leaders, excellent speakers, champions. Taj has produced great leaders like Toastmaster Sridhar, who has completed 25 years in Toastmastering, who has been an encyclopedia of Toastmasters in District 79. Great speaker, champion speaker, like Dr. Sundar. A great leader like Dr. Mahesh Pillai. A great, committed, dedicated leader like Toastmaster Sunny Kurola. We have endless names to say. And we take this opportunity once again to wish Taj leaders, members, all the very best. We need to say KMF.
Keep moving forward.
Thank you very much. Keep moving forward.
Thank you, DTM Rosie Matthew. Definitely, we should and we will keep moving forward. Over to Distinguished Toastmaster Sunny Kuruvilla, who is also the current finance manager. He was the past president of Taj for the program year 2017-18. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Sunny Kuruvilla.
District 79 PQD, past and present district, division, and area dignitaries, club officers, and my dear fellow Toastmasters, an exuberant greetings to you all. With immense pleasure, profound happiness, and overflowing enthusiasm, I am standing in front of you on this amazing, auspicious event. 1,000 meeting. 1,000 meeting. In one meeting, as we all know, minimum 10 leaders, Toastmaster of the day and other leaders. That means Taj Toastmasters Club gave opportunity for 10,000 leadership roles, 1,000 into 10. What is the impact? There will not be any other person than me to give a testimony of the impact, the benefit. At this juncture, I request all of you to give an appreciation to the person who brought me to the Toastmasters, Taj Toastmasters. I request Toastmaster Srinivasan, just stand up for a moment so that we all see you. Thank you. I am a Toastmaster by mistake. Let me say why. He was bank manager in Francie Bank, and I was going there asking for facilities. Every time he asked me, when are you coming? I said, next week, next week. So I delayed, but finally, we cannot say no to banks. I went there. Every 6 months, I used to pay fees, and I was regularly irregular. In first 6 years, I just did 6 projects, which it should be completed in 6 meetings. But the change happened when I took the leadership role. When I was vice president and DTM Roji was the president of the club with just 4 active members. Now, Taj graph is always more than 40, but at that time, just 4. He used to come in a flask filled with tea or coffee, and I used to bring vada. You know why? We were so poor that we don't have even money to get an area for meeting. We were meeting in one gentleman's house. I forget his name. Can you? Alapati Subramani. But what is the difference? If you ask my family, they will give you what is the difference. If you go to my office and ask what difference Toastmaster gave to Sunny Kuruvilla, it will be clear. We know our work, but how to do it better. That is the difference. The impact is being active in Toastmastering, we are going to get better version of ourselves. In our family, we are a better person. In workplace, we are a better person. And inside also, we are a better person. Now, 1,000 meeting, the result is very clear in front of us. The Taj Club created a lot of leaders. For example, last immediate past program year, DTM Sundar Ramalingam, he was district champion for 3 items in a row. Few years before, DTM Roji, he was the first runner-up. These are education style. Now, let us look to leadership style. District 79. At present, Taj is blessed with 3 positions: PQD, leadership manager, and finance manager. In fact, we limited, because if we take more leaders to district, Taj Club will be suffering. And this is the result of that. Leadership or success is not a destination. It is the journey. The refinement, what is happening inside us, it is not very clear, but it is a slow process. Now I request and I wish Taj Toastmasters Club to have so many other meetings. Of course, we will not be here to celebrate another 1,000 meetings, but for sure, our next generation, somebody will be here when Taj celebrate 2,000 meetings. Wish you all the best. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, DTM Sunny, for that inspirational speech. We now have past president for the program year 2020-21, distinguished Toastmaster Mahesh Pillai, who is also the lead manager.
The international leaders, District 79 PQD, division and area directors, past presidents, Taj Toastmasters, the current leaders, and my dear guests, a very warm good evening. I'm totally different from all the past presidents. You know why? I was the first and probably the last online president. That was the problem we faced when I took over the Taj Toastmasters in 2020-2021. The whole world was affected by pandemic. Almost every clubs were dying. And almost every week or almost every month, we were conducting farewell meetings for our members. So I was worried that the efforts taken by the past presidents and the past leaders of Taj maybe come to an end in my program year. And I was so worried. As our past president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, difficulties in your life do not come to destroy you, but to realize your immense power and abilities, and let difficulties know that you are difficult. Yes, that excelled. We thought differently. And by the end of the program year, we became the #1 club in District 79 and #7 club in the world in terms of education award. And the membership, there was a great increase. We have conducted so many events, and we started the Taj Gavels Club in that year. So dear Toastmasters, we Tajians are different. When difficulties comes to destroy us, we think difficult, or we let them know that we are difficult. And we also became a leader in District 79. We guided many of the clubs, areas, and divisions how to conduct the online contests, online meetings, and all. The second challenge I faced when I took over the president, because we are a lot of past leaders, it's always difficult to be with previous leaders like DTM Sridhar, DTM Sunny, DTM Roji Matthew, DTM Gururajan, and all. Because you as a president, you will have ideas. But we don't know whether this past president, these leaders, they like it or not. Sometimes what happens, normally it happens in organization, where a new person comes and tries to implement their ideas. What normally happens? Resistance. But dear Toastmasters in Tajians, you are a leader. You will be given support from the back. Nobody will involve in your decision. And that's the legacy of Taj. That's how leaders do. They support you from the back and protect you so that you will not fall and you will be successful. And Taj, as everybody said, we create leaders. When And all the leaders, they support the new leaders from the back. And dear Tajians, I'm so proud to be a part of this council meeting. I really thank the current ExCom to call the past president and share a few words. Thank you so much. And back to you, Master Chairman.
Thank you, DTM Mahesh Pillai. We now have our last past president, distinguished Toastmaster Sundar, for the the program year 2021-22. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen gathered around here, a warm good evening to you all. As the Master of Ceremonies said, I am probably the only past president to have the privilege of the immediate past president. The rest are all past presidents, but I am the immediate past president. Jokes apart, Taj, indeed, as Master of Ceremonies said, has been a school. She rightfully portrayed it as an academic year rather than the present year. Although it was misspelled, but it really is like an academic year. Every year we have a new set of leaders coming in and we learn a lot. For me, the greatest challenge as a president, you would have heard a lot from all the past presidents here. You know, everybody has been setting benchmark, one over the above and above and above. So imagine after 20 long years, and I had to overcome all those benchmarks. So in this juncture, or in this context, I would like to quote two quotations from the great leader, Mahatma Gandhi. If my daughter was sitting here, she would be laughing because she always pulls my leg because I use this quotation very often. The first one is, find purpose, the means will follow. So in Taj, all that you have to do is find the purpose. You just set a target and there is a team which is working like a family. And the event that is happening here today, the 1000th meeting, and every meeting that has happened so far in the last 21 odd years is how we found purpose and the means fell in place and we succeeded. And this is going to be a journey further. As everyone said, 1,500, 2,000, and it's going to be on and on and on. So there is no dearth of that motivation in Taj. And when you have a group of motivated people around you, you feel motivated to work stronger, faster, and higher. The second quotation of Mahatma Gandhi is, be the change that you wish to see in others. So when I joined Toastmasters before 5 years, I was a speaker before. I used to lecture in the college, but I was not as eloquent as I am today. I was not as expressive as I am today. I was not as communicative as I am today. In fact, I had so many leadership traits which I never realized, which Taj made me realize. And this is how mentoring took place in Taj. Because all those leaders before me thought that they should be the change that they want to see in the others. And they set examples. Mentors like DTM Sridhar, the person who brought me into this club. Distinguished Toastmaster Roji, every time I had some issue, whether it be communication or leadership, he was always there. DTM Guru Rajan, for all my speech contests. DTM Sunny, DTM Dr. Mahesh, DTM Jijo, of course my protege, my proud protege, I would like to call him that way. And he has mentored me a lot. And I had also a hidden mentor. Our past president, Toastmaster Maithili Srinivasan. She was never a member at that point in time, but every time I had a speech contest, I used to run up to her home. We were staying luckily in the same compound, and I used to run up to her, and she always helped. And that was how I won the very first international speech contest I participated in Taj. And this is what the mentors at Taj found in the other. They wanted to see the change in the others, and the change they wanted to be realized around. So let me not take much time. And this is what Taj is all about. And I'm really happy to be a part of this Taj family. But before I close, or before I end, with the permission of the Master of Ceremonies, I would like to call on stage one gentleman who not only brought me into Toastmasters, but also several others. He brought me into Toastmasters, probably introduced it to me way long ago, but it only materialized in 2017. It's none other than past Toastmaster or the husband of our past president, Toastmaster Maithili Srinivasan, Toastmaster Srinivasan. Can I call him on the stage, sir? So Toastmasters always has a tradition. What do we do with our guests or somebody who comes new? What do we do then? No, introduction has been done. We all introduced. What next? Table topics. So it's just a shocker, sir. We just want to hear a few words from you, sir.
Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. I'm not a Toastmaster. I thank Mr. Kuruvella, who has listened to me. But it took some time. In Tamil, there's a saying, Adimel Adivaital, Amiyum Nahar. Can you translate? Okay, right. So this is what has happened. And as Dr. Sundar said, I have been talking to him and I have been telling him, this is for the good of his daughter, Prashantini, who is now Gavel Club president. I told him, this is not for you. You just go there, let Prashantini talk. And see, I was not a successful salesman. The successful salesman is S.R. Sridhar. He has been trying to motivate me, but I'm not a person to be motivated that easily. He finds merit in me, which I don't find in myself. Anyhow, it's a long journey, and we have enjoyed it, and we have been associated with many of the people who are here. And thank you all for Dr. Sundar and others to invite me to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I hand back my control of lectern to the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, DTM Toastmaster Sundaramalingam, and thank you, Mr. Srinivasan. I'd now like to invite all our respected past presidents over to the stage, please. All of you. I would also like to invite our club president, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula, Toastmaster Ibrahim Kharjikar, VP Education, over to the stage, please.
Thank you very much. And I would like to call our Division A Director and Division N Director, please come to the stage. Please, sorry, our dear Area 6 Director, please come to the stage.
So I now request So we will now be felicitating our past president, distinguished Toastmaster S.R. Sridhar.
Toastmaster might be Srinivasan. DTM Rajan. DTM Roji Matthew. For both the terms, yes. DTM Sunny Kuruvilla. DTM Mahesh Pillai. And last but not least, DTM Sundar. Can we have a picture taken? Event chair on the stage, please. Please stay back. For all auspicious occasions, we need something to sweeten. The little ones over to the stage, please. Junior Mateen. Thank you.
Thank you all. All, with all due respect, we all really delighted with all this. And thank you, all the past presidents.
CGD is here.
We have our Club Growth Director, DTM Shekhar Tiwari, who has joined us online. Let us listen to him.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Master of Ceremony, and the great leader of this beautiful club, I can say. After listening all tall leaders, I am just, it is very clearly, means I can say only that congratulations to you all, because this club, this club is just, in other words, galaxy of stars. So galaxy of stars shining all and giving this light to others also. So after listening our great leader, I just understood one thing: leadership is all about the depth of your commitment and your passion. That's what Taj is presenting in front of us. So congratulations to one and all for your 1000th meeting. It is a great achievement. And Taj is always, Taj means for me, it's a crown. And I'm learning every single moment whenever I'm joining this club, I'm learning new things. So thanks to all great leader and best wishes for the successful and wonderful journey ahead. Long live Taj. Over to you, Madam Master of Ceremony.
Greetings from Toronto, Taj Toastmasters. This is Jacob Abraham, your chartered president, and it gives me great joy to send a congratulatory message for the 1000 meeting. I'm standing ahead of all the recognitions I received during my time in Riyadh. 95% of those are all from our Toastmasters, and especially the farewell gift over here. And it is a joy to know that a single idea, an idea of brilliance that started with some of the senior members and those late members are resting in peace, God bless them, that it culminated and cultivated to such magnitude to be a blessing to be so many around the world. Thank you so much. I wish I could be present. It's a dream. Maybe someday we'll be there. Enjoy your evening and all the best as you reach the epitome of success and beyond. Thank you.
My dear Taj Club members and Toastmasters from all other clubs and respected guests, good evening to you all. I am happy to talk to you on the occasion of 1000th club meeting. My hearty congratulations to our new ExCom team. I am proud to say that Taj Club produced successful leaders and champion speakers under the guidance of senior Toastmasters. My message to new Toastmasters is that once you join the club, continue your journey. Please continue your journey without giving gap. Your presence in the meeting hall brings difference. If you bring at least one guest along with you, that makes much difference in the meeting. Let us all give a chance to guests. Listen to learn, learn to grow, grow to lead. All the best to everyone.
Hello, families. Good to see you on the 1000th meeting. Well, it's a journey that never ends. We started in the long 2 decades back. It's a small team. Now the team has gone and the family has gone out. And now we are living in different parts of the world. I'm sure you are getting the messages from all over the world, people living across the continents. This is me, Malik Ibrahim, your past president of Taj, wishing you from Koh Samui, Thailand. I wish you all the best for your future meetings and memorably that we take you to another 1000th meeting in the years to come. Thank you very much for being a part of the family and wish you the best.
Hi, Tajians. 1000th meeting for any Toastmaster Club is an extraordinary moment, and I wish you all of you the very best and keep up the spirit of Taj. And as a old member and a past president of Taj, I'm really happy. Congratulations.
Hello, Tajian. I hope all are doing well. It is great to know that Taj is celebrating its 1000th meeting. I used to attend meeting online, but nowadays I can't because often clashed my work schedule. All this achievement of Taj because we always follow the values of Toastmasters. That is integrity, service, respect, and excellence. All the leaders who ran this club always stick on these values. It will be past president, executive members, all. I know Taj is doing great job now under the leadership of Toastmaster Sunil Idik. Taj is bringing public speaking and confidence building skills to PR Indian community. Taj has molded and molded many people and bring the better version of themselves. Taj always giving equal opportunity to all the members. That's why they could be able to bring the best. And in positivity in the Taj Club, always do meeting, attend Taj meetings. Congratulations, Taj. I wish Taj bring many more leaders in our community. Thank you.
We have lost one of our past presidents, late Aravari, DTM Aravari. Let us all stand in silence for 2 minutes in his remembrance. Please be seated. Now we have a cultural break. We have Daya Anna Roji, daughter of DTM Roji, who would be performing a Bollywood number for us. Welcome, Daya, over to the stage. Thank you, Daya, for that graceful and mesmerizing performance. Lovely. Now, Now it's time for sustenance. I would request the new ExCom members to stay back and the others to proceed for dinner. Old ExCom as well. So please proceed for dinner. The new ExCom members and old ExCom members, please stay back.
The dinner is open. It's just a pure option that if you wish to have it, you can have it. We'll be proceeding with the remaining agenda, which will be the installation ceremony and a couple more celebrations to go for. Please feel free. Okay, we have a lavish buffet here, and so in the meantime, the installation ceremony and the other proceedings will go on. Thank you.
For the installation ceremony, I would like to call our Area 6 Director, Toastmaster Hassan Hussain. She should come to us.
ExCom leaders, kindly be seated in the front two rows. Here the current and the previous ExCom leaders.
And the present ExCom, please come forward and be on the front side. DTM Jijo Koshi. Please come forward to the bench.
Ladies and gentlemen, please can you be seated? All the ExCom member and past ExCom member, I would like to request you to please take your seat. Let our guests enjoy the dinner, and I request all our past ExCom member and the current ExCom member to please remain seated. Dear leaders, I need your support to please pass on our baton to our new upcoming leaders. So please be seated and give your cheer up to them to take the new challenge ahead. Thank you. So to start with the installation ceremony, I'm your Area 6 Director here. Before I hand over the baton to our new leaders, I would like to request all our past ExCom members to please stand up. Starting from our past President, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar, VP Education, DTM Dr. Jijo Koshi, VP Membership, DTM Manaz Al-Bukhari, and
VPPR, he is not here available, our Toastmaster Rajos. Then Secretary, Toastmaster Sunil, Treasurer, Toastmaster Karnagaran, and our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Muhammad Mateen. Yes, please. Our immediate past president, DTM Dr. Mahesh Pillai. At this juncture, I would like to discharge all of you from the responsibilities that you have given to the Taj Toastmasters Club for the program year 2021 and 2020 and 2021. Thank you very much for your best effort and the result that you have bring into the Taj Toastmasters Club. Thank you. I would like to give my special thanks, as Dr. Mahesh said. I was the Sergeant at Arms online. I didn't have to carry that baggage. And then we moved on to hybrid. That is where I had problems that I used to always forget that bag and I had to go again and bring that. Thank you very much, XCOM, for that. Thank you all the past XCOM member. Now it's time for me to invite our upcoming leader for this program year 2022 and 2023. I would like to start from all our president to Secretary to please come over the stage. President Toastmaster Sunil Edikula, Vice President Education Toastmaster Ibrahim Karjikar, Vice President Membership Distinguished Toastmaster Manaz Al Bukhari, Vice President Public Relations Toastmaster Madam Neetu Ratish, Club Secretary Toastmaster Madam Sunita Johnny, our Club Treasurer Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, Club Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Mansoor Alam, and our immediate Club Past President, Distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ramalingam. At this juncture, it's time to hand over the baton of Taj Toastmasters Club to these new leaders. You can see all dedicated, passionate, and able leaders. I'm sure the Taj is in the right hand, and the flag of Taj will keep raised high. Now, I will remind the responsibilities and the challenges you all will have in this program year ahead. I request you to please take it forward. I'll start from all the leaders, from Sergeant at Arms to the President, reminding you all the roles. Please confirm that you will perform your duties with best of your abilities in this program year. So as I said, now I will describe the challenges and responsibilities of each club officer, beginning from Sergeant at Arms till the President. Toastmaster Mansoor Alam, please come forward and wait for the responsibilities you need to hear for you that is coming ahead. As a Sergeant at Arms, your responsibilities are to arrange the meeting, maintain the club equipments all working in order, ensure that room setup is done before the beginning of meeting, make sure that all the guests are greeted well, and you will help the club president to begin the meeting. Please confirm if you'll perform your duty with best of your ability. Say, I thank you very much. Our club treasurer. Now you can wear your pin of Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Mansoor Alam.
Now the Area 6 Director will adorn our Sergeant at Arms with his privileged Sergeant at Arms pin.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now it's time to call our club treasurer, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam. Sir, being a treasurer, you will keep the financial record and prepare the club budget. You will announce member when it is time to pay their dues. You will also work with the secretary to ensure the club submit dues on time to the master headquarters. Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, will you perform this duty to the best of your ability? Please pass the gavel and say, yes, I will. Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam. You can wither the pin of club secretary. Thank you, Dr. Arunachalam. Our club secretary, Madam Toastmaster, Madam Sunita. As a secretary, your job is to maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance, submit the new club officer list to the Toastmaster International by June 30, that is the end of program year. You will work with the treasurer to ensure that the new membership application and dues are submitted on time. You will provide club with the minutes of each meeting. Toastmaster Sunita Jani, will you perform this duty to the best of your ability? Please confirm. Thank you very much. Now you can have your membership pin. Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Neetu Rakesh. As Vice President Public Relations, it's your responsibility to attract the visitor towards the club. You have to make the publicity of the club using variety of means, social media, whatsoever means you have available. You will regularly recognize the members' achievement with the methods such as announcement, newsletters, and you will publish it in the relevant platforms. Pastor Neetu Rakesh, will you perform this duty with the best of your ability? Thank you very much. Now you can have your membership pin. Vice President of Membership, Distinguished Toastmaster Manaz Al-Bukhari. As Vice President of Membership, you will lead the club membership building effort to achieve the membership goal, that is to add 8 new members during the program year. As Vice President of Public Relations motivate other members, you have to invite them to become the members. You will make sure that each guest is invited well and he becomes the Toastmaster and get benefit of being a Toastmaster. Please confirm if you will perform these duties with your best of your ability. Thank you. Vice President Education, Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali Karjika. You gain the commitment from member to set the educational goal for your club. You need to assure that your club are aware of the meeting rules and their project deal. You will assist the member in achieving their goal. You will ensure the club meeting functioning well and it keeps running. You will provide support on educational topic to make the members, to assist the member in their successful journey. You will represent your club in area council meeting when the president is not available as a second ranking, highest ranking officer. You will preside over the meeting when the president is absent. Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali Karjikar, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Thank you very much. Now you can have your membership pin. Toastmaster Sunil Nikula. As president of Taj Toastmasters Club, you will preside all the club meeting. Also, you will preside the club executive committee meetings. It is your challenge to see the clubs on the highest level, and that is to be on the first ranking in the District 79. I wish my congratulations to be on the #1 in the world, right? You will establish the club with a supportive environment where you will support all your fellow members, all your club executive members to achieve your goal, and you will help me as well in your club president distinguished during this program year. Please confirm if you will perform your duty as with the best of your ability. Thank you. Now you can have the membership of Taj Toastmasters. Now it's time for me. Yes, I can see it. Now it's time for me to facilitate our immediate past president, distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Sundar, who is our immediate past president, who will be extending all his support to the new ExCom member. So, being your club installation officer of tonight, you can have your seat, please. I request all the members to please extend your greetings and welcome to all our new ExCom members, and I am sure that they will take this challenge ahead and make this club more successful in upcoming year. We have heard from all our past presidents of the legacy. Now it's your turn. Over to all of you. With this, we come to the end of our club XCOM installation ceremony, and I would like to hand over the mic to our Master of Ceremony. Over to you, Madam.
Dear members and our past members, the great thing is that today we take the installation ceremony and we took over the charge. But all the challenges we accomplished. As per the EMI criteria, we accomplished all our education awards, and this month, the November, there is 2 more members is in the pipeline to enroll in the cards, and we accomplished the 8 new members also. That means, as per the EMI, we accomplished all our awards, and we already reached 8 DCP points until now. Thank you all the members. Thank you very much for your all great support.
I would like to call upon Distinguished Toastmaster Sundar Ramalingam over to the stage for some special felicitation.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. So we are coming to the end of today's event. And what is an end without further celebration? Of course, we celebrated the 1000 meeting, we had the installation ceremony, but we had some more sweetness with us. We have 2 major events to be celebrated today. So from the beginning, we were telling that Taj is a family. And what do you do in your family if you have an achievement? For example, your kid gets an award in a contest, or probably your kid is the topper at school. What do? You celebrate, right? So in that way, the greatest accomplishment that we all envision as Toastmasters is taking up the Distinguished Toastmasters Award. So we have one Toastmaster of Taj, a Taj family member, a very proud Taj family member who has accomplished this Distinguished Toastmaster Award. And in line with this tradition, we will be celebrating that with a cake cutting and also honoring him with a ponnada. So before I name who that Distinguished Toastmasters, I would like to excuse all the Distinguished Toastmasters of Taj. If you can come on the stage for a minute. All the Distinguished Toastmasters of Taj, DTM Sridhar, let me call out on order, DTM Sridhar, DTM Ruji. 1 minute on the stage, sir, please. I'm sorry, I'm in a space between the spoon and the plate, but for a good cause. DTM Sridhar, DTM Ruji, DTM Ruji, DTM Sunny. 1 minute, sir, on the stage, please. DTM Dr. Mahesh. DTM Nandu, 1 minute on the stage, please. DTM Nandu, DTM Manas. And also, Distinguished Toastmaster Jacob. Of course, I am also a DTM, so I'm already here on the stage. I didn't tell still who is, they are also inquisitive. Who is that DTM we are going to celebrate for today? Yeah, so incidentally, it was supposed to have happened last year. He applied at the very fag end, and it was approved in the last year, but it reflected on the dashboard only on the beginning of this program year. I hope I have not left out any Distinguished Toastmasters of Taj. DTM Manas, can you correct me? Yeah, DTM Nandu, please. No, sir, please wait, sir. Hold on for the surprise. Yes. Okay. So, so we have all these spectacular Distinguished Toastmasters from Taj. We also have also we have another member who's not here with us, our past Vice President Public Relationship. He was also a DTM. We had DTM Azad, who's also not here. All of these were the spectacular stars of Taj.
So to felicitate the new upcoming DTM, let me call upon him on the stage. And I took the privilege of doing this event because he is my protege. And even though he is a distinguished Toastmaster, he has taken up a leadership position, still he calls me up and nags me, the typical protege who nags the mentor. So we all need to learn from his book of life, take a leaf out of his book of life, and then be good proteges. Let's put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster, Deep Country. Congratulations. So, our tradition always is to present the traditional Ponada. So, I request two of our, some of our senior, we have distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar, distinguished Toastmaster Roji, and distinguished Toastmaster Gurraj and distinguished Toastmaster Jacob on either side to honor our DTM Jijo with a Ponada. The hard work is all his. Congratulations once again, distinguished Toastmaster Jijo Koshi for this great accomplishment. And thank you all the DTMs of Taj for living up to this tradition and setting examples so that we have many more DTMs coming up. I'm sure this year it's going to be a bigger cake because we are going to have many more distinguished Toastmasters. And we also wish to congratulate the DTMs who accomplished it, like DTM Roy is not here with us, but he also accomplished it during this year. Thank you very much. I request all the DTMs to stay here, and I also wish to call upon a few more gentlemen on the stage. Let me call upon past Division and Director, Toastmaster Naresh on the stage. I said 1 minute, I lied. Toastmaster Naresh. Our Area 6 Director, Toastmaster Hassan. Our Division and Director, DTM Munir. I call upon the club president, Toastmaster Sunil. And since this felicitation is going to be for a charter member, I also wish to call upon another charter ExCom member, Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali Karjikar, and our current VP, Toastmaster Ibrahim, on the stage, please. So before I say what this celebration is for, okay, we all know that 25 years is quite a lot of time. We call it Silver Jubilee, right? We have all crossed the 25 years. We look forward for 25 years of our children to grow. We want to have the 25th anniversary of anything and everything that we do. But today we are going to celebrate 25 years of being a servant leader. 25 years of setting examples for the entire fraternity. What started off as a meager beginning as a Toastmaster in 1997 for this gentleman has been this long a journey, and today he is at the pinnacle. He is one of the leading district officers. But it's not just the position that he holds, it's all the path that he has traveled. Be it that as a Toastmaster, be it that as a communicator, as a speaker, as a leader, as a mentor, and as a benevolent person who has helped so many Toastmasters, so many members to grow up as great leaders, great speakers,
and better citizens of this planet. In this journey, he has seen so many milestones. It was the territorial council. We never had the District 79. The entire Gulf region was together. He was there. And then Taj was not born at all. Still, he was there. Taj was born. He was there. Before Taj, there was Riyadh Toastmasters and Kohinoor. He was there. And then afterwards, the territorial council became one big district, I believe, sir, an administration council or something like that, which was for Saudi Arabia and a couple more countries together. He was there. Then Saudi Arabia District 79 was born. He was there. District 79 has so many divisions, which started off with just one division, is now 13 divisions. It is still there. And yeah, to add with what our president is adding upon, he has seen all types of Toastmastering, you know, the physical Toastmastering that happened at homes where we had very few members, we had very few clubs. Now we have innumerate members, then going on to the online scenario, the hybrid scenario. And you know, this is one example or a trait of a leader who is willing to adapt. And 25 years that he has been adapting, and he has been teaching us all a great lesson. So that's about it. If I have to talk about his achievements in Toastmasters, it is innumerable. I just have to dedicate one exclusive meeting for that. But let me cut it short because I have to, or we all have to wish him. It's none other than distinguished Toastmaster S.R. Sridhar, who's celebrating 25 years of leadership excellence, of service excellence. If some way or another, and people beyond the states can also really know it. And a man of words, no, not just words, man of deeds, I would say. You know, whatever he says, it has to happen. So let me call upon one another senior distinguished Toastmaster to present distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar with a bouquet. DTM Jacob, can you please present this bouquet to DTM Sridhar? A person, you know, you always feel proud to be privileged or be, praised by your proteges. So another distinguished Toastmaster who has risen up following the steps of distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar will present a Ponada. DTM Sunny, I would request you to present a Ponada to DTM Sridhar. It's proud to be paid by another protege, right? I request distinguished Toastmaster Roji Matthew, who always looks upon DTM Sridhar as his best mentor and always takes pride at sharing that, to present him with this token of appreciation. And now, DTM Sridhar. Yes, sir. Next 25 years, young person, sir. Despite all his health challenges and personal challenges, his commitment towards Toastmaster is what we all need to learn from him, what it is all about. You know, you are saying about keynote speaker DTM Bram Amon. Okay? What is in it for me? We always think that. But this is the gentleman who came to my mind, probably all of our minds, when it was what is in it for we. So he symbolizes that. A big round of applause for distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar. Thank you very much. Thank you all the leaders for felicitating distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar. Toastmaster Sridhar wants to share a few words.
I am so humbled by this. I never even thought that these things could happen. Even when I told I'll take part in the activities in the club, they said, no, you are a dignitary. I said, no, so what? I'm a member of the club also. Sunil told me, no, you're a dignitary. You should not do all these things. I said, so I never felt I'm a dignitary, by the way. So I'm an ordinary member of the club. I'm serving. There are two incidents which I would like to recall. Two incidents, very important incidents, which I didn't tell in my, what I wanted to tell was that there was 1 hour when Jacob Abraham left for Canada. He left after 6 months of his tenure. I was the president for 1.5 years, literally. That time, the whole exodus happened. And then Jacob was always representing us in the district, or GTAC, whatever district. So we wanted to have a champion next year also, going to the district. It was very trying times we had. And we found one member, Anthea Mendonza, as a potential winner. So she had only given 7 speeches. So I told her, you have to now take on the legacy of Jacob Abraham. So she told me, what should I speak? I said, no, take the 7th speech which you gave and give it. She practiced, and when the area contest came, she called me early in the morning saying that her husband is down with a heart condition and he's in ICU in Hamadi Hospital. I said, wow. Then I listened to her patiently for 15-20 minutes. She's calling from the hospital actually. And she had said that I am not going to participate in the contest. I didn't negate her, but I just told her, okay, can you spare just 10 minutes of your time in the ICU? What are the hours of hospital hours and all? I told her. I will come and see. Then he said, no, then he said, yeah, 10 minutes I can spare, she said. I said, why don't you drive down to, come to the Lasani, where the area contest was there, and give your speech and go away. We will take the draw of lots. With great difficulty, she agreed. And then she won the area contest for us. The challenge was, the division contest was in Jeddah. Somehow, even her husband has now moved to the normal ward. Then she told me, what should we do? Then she said, yeah, I'll come. She came to Jeddah, flew to Jeddah, stayed at someone's place. And then she won the contest there also, division contest. The final was to be held in Muscat. Her husband was so overjoyed, he already came out of the hospital. He said that, no problem, I will drive you to Muscat. I was wondering, what, is he crazy? He said, no, I will drive you to Muscat. He drove her to Muscat. We also drove to Muscat with Yogi Desai and other people. The joke was, although her husband was there in Muscat, but then he was holidaying with his children in the beach. She was not there when the contest was there. Mind you, such a mind-blowing performance she did in the international speech contest. And we saw that she was going over time. Maybe for 3 or 4 seconds. We saw that, but then we were just praying. After that, Darren LaCroix, the world champion, newly crowned world champion, Darren LaCroix, and their mentor, David Brooks, he rated her speech as #1 speech. Can you believe? She went over time. By the way, she went over time. She did not win this contest, but had she been in time, perhaps, maybe she would have been enough. That was the quality there. And next year we had Maitri Srinivasan and going into the contest for this humorous speech and anti-event table topics to the finals. So it was very difficult in those days because we could go to Dubai. But yet, in spite of the problems, they went. We encouraged. This is how we started off. This is what I want to take an incident that Toastmasters taught me to be empathy, to listen to people, and to motivate people. This is what I felt. So back to Dr. Sundar.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmasters leader. We come to the end of the program. And before we close, may I call upon our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali Karjikar, a word of thanks. Good evening, fellow masters. Can I have your attention, please? Yeah, Taj did not only taught me how to speak, but it also taught me how to lead, right? Yeah, because this is the happening place down here, and I don't mind coming down with you and having this vote of thanks. Wonderful people out here. People down here, right? Now I'm going to thank people. I would really appreciate if I can get your attention, please. Can I? I know, sir. Hello. I know it's a wonderful conversation. Can I have your attention, please? This is the conclusion part of the program, and I just am begging for your attention. Can I? Thank you. Okay. How about you guys? Can I please? That's exactly what Taj has taught me. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yep. Countless people and countless hours working for this program to make this happen. I know we certainly cannot forget the past presidents and people who have truly nurtured this club the way we are now. I was expecting rather a situation how it was when we began this program, but I know how things go, right? We are a bit late. One of the principles what Toastmaster teaches us to begin and end the meeting on time. Extreme apology for extending this meeting. We were more accommodating as well, which is one of the principles as well. I want to thank every one of you. Come here and make this program possible. The memories what you guys all shared are truly especially memories what our building is Toastmasters people shared. Sir, thank you very much for everything that you brought to the table and to this occasion. We admire that and we want to thank you. Thank you for your photography, sir. You did an excellent job. My ex-com fellow members, they were staying late just to make the event happen. Our VPPR, you must have seen those beautiful flyers. That's her relentless work. So let's give a round of applause for her excellent job, what she has done. We have the master of ceremony, our Toastmaster Sunita. What a fascinating job she has done, right? I love the way she carried this program, contributed to this art. Thank you very much for everything that you do for Taj and for this today's event. I'd like to thank our manager, Manoj. I know he's a little disciplined guy. He had to catch up because his family wasn't feeling well. But he has been contributing significantly past year, this year, and has been really instrumental for this event as well. So, Manaz, thank you. Thank you for your services. The event and the Sergeant at Arms. Where is our adventure? Hey, excellent program, sir. Thank you for your services and thank you for arranging such a wonderful program, which is 1000th day.
Think about that. Well, we have two people who have witnessed the first meeting, and here we are on the 1000th meeting, right? Thank you. We have our president. I love the way he nods his head. Oh. He led. I love the humility what he brings in, the way he allows his team members to lead and eventually to ensure that everything succeeds. If you get to see this wonderful meal, wonderful arrangement from start to end, our Toastmaster Sunil arranged and made it possible. Thank you very much for your services, sir. Who is here? Yeah, definitely. We will get to them as well. So, how many presidents are left down here now? Can you raise your hands, please? Just raise your hands. Raise your hands, please. Past presidents? Excellent. It is my humble gratitude for you all to keep this tree watering, and eventually I come back after 20 years and find this club the way it is. Thank you for all your contributions. I also commend and thank your spouses and your family members, because it's a sacrifice what you do to them first, eventually them allowing you to do this services for a selfless task. Thank you. And I know it's a bit late and I'm hungry as well. I don't know about you guys, but I would rather conclude this meeting with national anthem. Oh, definitely yes. How would I forget? Are you a professional dancer? Oh, you do? Definitely. I would love to see your videos, the way you danced. I recorded your dance and I'm going to share with my daughter. She used to do identically, you know, that nanna re nanna, that's the song what she started in her school. And then later on, for some reason, I don't know why, we people build that walls and then we think that, okay, well, I don't know what my surrounding people are thinking about this, right? Yeah. It's the internal sabotage they call, okay? Don't let that bring you down. You are truly blessed to have parents such as these who are encouraging. I love the way they were enjoying your dance. Very few people, very few parents I see who truly support, appreciate, and want to see their child do what they want to do. Isn't it a bit happy to dance out there, right? Express yourself. True? People don't understand what that does to you as a person. You are a role model for the future generation. Continue doing what you're doing. Thank you for that performance. Awesome. There you go. There you go. So can we get to the national anthem? Can we have our DTM? Yeah. DTM here. Yes, sir. Can you all please rap for the national anthem?
Can we have audio, please?
Yeah.
It's not coming.